You're listening to the Fetish Podcast, where we keep it cute, a little sweaty, and very real. If you think self care is bubble bath and pedicure, manicure, then you're wrong. It's also being able to say no to your friends, your family members, and protecting your space and being able to break up a relationship because it's not working for you. Okay? So that's my interpretation of self care. Anyways, guys, welcome, Uti.
What up? Ihui. Big girl, loving the setting. And you see what I did, right? This is our second time working together. So, for nostalgia's sake, I made sure I wore the outfits. When we first hosted the
Strongest man, then Amazon Fit. You want this for the strongest man now. No, we do so much together. Always support you.
Daddy. We should start brands now. This is what I'm always working to get. That's how
We should actually.
We should.
I feel like Uti and I make like a good
Couple on screen.
Yes. Because I remember when I did the Amazon Fit and I was told I was never. So I just go with the flow, because we're doing the whole hosting it together. Yeah. But yeah, I think we should definitely talk about it. But I feel like we keep it real.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the idea.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You see, the problem is that if I want to talk some things now, you tell me, what is possible? No, you are a good woman. Now, me, you're good now.
No, please, don't be defining me like that.
So what are you?
You has good helps.
Okay, you're a responsible baddie.
I'm a responsible bad.
I'm badly mean.
I beg, who has good helps?
Well, as you find ya.
Anyway, it does help in its own little way. But anyway, that's why you're my first guest because, for everything I've ever done, you've always been there to support me and I really appreciate it. Give me a hug.
Thank God for glasses. They see my cheers. I'm emotional.
Anyway, so, quick one.
Yeah.
What do you think of the podcast name Fit-ish?
I think fetish. And I know you were going with that. Somehow
I was not.
are you not wait, you're not very good. You're Taurus. Yes, you are naughty. You're earth sign.
My God.
So you're looking naughty. And
I am low-key naughty. I know I
what is it?
No, but because my brand has always been fitness, related. So I was thinking of a term that would kind of be fit, but give you like an
Naughty.
a space for being naughty, and all the naughtiness and the cool stuff and the terrible stuff and the mental health stuff that happens behind fitness. Just the life behind it.
Fit. Yes. So not just fit.
They're just here to carry dumbbells and do jumping jacks. No, please, and nobody should ask me to do it. I'm not doing. Yeah, I'm sitting pretty, right? I'm sitting pretty. Somebody asked me one time, why are you even always in the gym killing yourself? Like, go and look for it, open a store and just sit like this. I'm telling you your things. Why are you always here?
You should see this one in the gym. Hey, from the outfits to the routines. If you are a man with low self-esteem, you cannot even say hi. You have to be a very self-accepting and self-secure and
I think so.
Huh?
Not thing. I think my persona and my person demands that kind of person.
I love it.
Yeah. Like I'm not the one for anything. Nah. Like a full-fledged.
Niba.
It's Monica. No, at
No.
all.
You have to be
Ow.
Odogu. I love it.
Anyway, so what's your take, or what do you think of, or what do you define, or when you think of self-care?
Yeah.
Right. Then when you were younger, you're still young, I beg. Like in your office, when you were like 17, 18, 19, 20, right?
Yes.
Comparatively to now that you're in your 30s.
I love it. I love it. Because, hey, you just know how much you've grown. So,
Because I always watch your Instagram video.
I can talk for Africa. Well, I've slowed down this period, basically. So as a younger guy, I would hear the word self-care and immediately I would think of spa day, because self-care wasn't really a conversation for men. It was about, your mothers or your aunties or your older sisters. Self-care day, they're going to get their hair done, their nails done, they're going to relax. And for me then, self-care was going to eat, treating yourself, going out to, then my day, in my teenage years, it was like spice suya, my malt, egg roll, which still applies to self-care now. However, after Nigeria and adulthood don't spank you a bit and put you down, Self-care starts from mental self-care. You have to clear your mind. You have to meditate. You have to get rid of everything that makes you feel any sort of negative emotion. Whether it's what you watch, whether it's what you read, the people you have around you, the kind of conversations you get involved in, all of that's the number one step for self-care. And of course, spirituality. I'm not talking about religion now. I'm talking about just, like I said, meditation, believing in your creator, having a relationship with your creator.
That's right. Of course, in Nigeria, when we say spirituality, you're thinking about going to the church.
Reach the church and all of that. That can even impact your mental health. Because when I was when I was a religious person who used to go to church like 2-3 times a week, I had anxiety. I was always looking over my shoulder. I was enemy conscious. I was sin conscious and all of that. It didn't do much for me until I found God myself. You understand? Not like I'm not going to go to church, but I'm going to select the church I go to, and I'm not going to be so.
I always say you should go, yeah, but then, that relationship with him is personal. But you have to have a place of worship there.
And your place of worship can be a living room.
Yeah, of course.
Do you understand what I mean? So it just
Thank God for COVID because, most churches they stream online, so you can.
I stream from all over the world. Well, whatever. Like some of my favorite pastors are not even in Nigeria. Talking about Pastor Prince, Liquid Pastor.
Yeah. That's fantastic because even for me, self-care, obviously, yes, there's that part where as a woman, you want to go and have a whole spa day. You want to go for your laser treatment, your wax, do your nails, get your hair done or whatever. But as I get older, the thing that are more important to me is the energy around me. It's my time for myself.
Yes.
Sometimes, I told someone yesterday how in the past few weeks, I really haven't been able to spend the whole weekend at home by myself, just chilling. I'm always like,
You're an energizer body.
yeah, I'm always like doing stuff, right?
Pado. Pando. It cost me which day.
It's actually called paddle.
Padel.
It's called paddle, yes. So that you
Don't start. Don't worry. When I go to where rich people are, I'll say, "Oh, you play padel?"
When Ali was, because Serena Williams called it that the other day when she went to play. She's like, "Hey guys, come go play paddle with me," and I was like,
"Are we sure?"
Yeah, so it's more like a French. It's like maybe it's her French way of saying it, right? But anyway, so that's more self-care to me. Doing things that I love to do.
Yes.
So being able to say no is a big one for me.
Always.
Back in the days, people are like, "Oh, hello, Ma, can you help me with this? Hello, Ma," I'll be like, you put please. So, do you understand? And I'm like, no, being able to say no. And being able to also see a relationship that isn't working for me. And
that's very important.
not necessarily being aggressive in ending it, but, just, this is not for me.
I try to not be aggressive when I'm ending by.
No, not even that kind of relationship. Yes, relationship generally.
I don't want to say that. Try to not be aggressive. I don't be physically aggressive.
So
because I'm very expressive.
I've never been one to be aggressive in friendships, or I've always been one to.
Are you avoidant in honor?
I wouldn't call myself an avoidant.
So you're the type that when you read the message, I don't have time for this. Mute. You read the person.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, so that's not avoidant.
That is avoidant.
No, that's non-confrontational.
When I thought they use semantics, they took people's brain. That is avoidant. You're supposed to be able to have conversations regardless of how they feel.
I will have conversations, and I'm not saying that I won't.
Even when a person is getting
So I could actually have conversations, but there are just certain times where maybe the other party doesn't seem, what they've done wrong. So at that point, there's no need to have a conversation. You can't have too much people on the road now. You get, it's not how they say it. It's ahead. So what's the point?
The point is sometimes you drop your bone. And if the person is not taking accountability, right, you let a person, after all their long episodes, you just say, you're not taking accountability.
Right.
This is what you did. This is how it made me feel. And if you cannot see what you have done and take accountability, we have nothing more to talk about.
So you should write all that.
Hey, you avoid that. It's okay.
It's so funny because, I had a friendship, right, that, kind of just went, sideways, right, like not too long ago. And I just didn't have a conversation about it because, they didn't have it unfolded on WhatsApp, right? So it was a kind of like a back and forth, right? And to me, I felt like the way it ended, right, was more like, yeah, it's done. Like, I didn't want to go back and be like, oh, you did this, you did that. Like, I don't have time. That's not too busy to be.
You care about this friend?
See, so here's my analysis, right, with life, right? I believe that God puts people in your life at certain times. You know, it's a seasonal thing, right? They come and they go. And then the ones that's okay, I was listening to Tyler Perry the other day. He made a statement. He goes, like is like a relationship is like a tree. There's the leaf, then there's the branch, then there's the root, right? The leaves are the ones that come and go.
Yeah.
The roots kind of the branches kind of they're there.
But you know,
But you see the roots, kakaraka,
that's the tree.
the roots.
Yes.
CUT. Do you understand? Because I mean, how long now?
Yeah. It's been a while.
It's been a while. You get so you have those friendships, and for me, I feel that God brings people at certain times in your life. They're there and then they go, and I always believe in that. And if you come and you go, it's okay. There's no bad blood though.
I agree.
If I see you tomorrow, I'll say hi to you.
I agree.
But it's just that for me, as I get older, I just don't have the strength for it. But anyways,
I agree with you, and because you know, for me, I've been a bit of a hoarder in my life. Like I'm kind of a person that, so I hoard everything. I don't hoard. Like you can give me a box of goodies, I'll take the goodies like this. I'll say, this box I may be able to use it a bit. So with friends, I always feel like, because I used to get attached a lot when I was younger, and I always give people chances that I would love to be given. I used to project myself a lot on others in the sense that I would feel like, okay, maybe this person didn't mean it, maybe it was in a moment. But I've come to learn the hard way that some people really mean what they say and do. It's not about, I was angry, but that's just who they are, organically inside.
that's it.
Then we
Thank you. And that's also what I was trying to say. So when you have those kind of relations, right, and it ends, you have to understand that whatever they did wasn't a mistake. It's just who they are.
revelation
And
of their
who
character.
they are, they're most likely going to do it again.
Yeah. However, you know, people always say, why is it that when I show my bad side, people say these are your true colors? But when you are showing your good side, it's tense. So that's the thing. That's where I like to give grace until maybe 2 other occasions. Me, I don't, before I used to give 3, but now it's just twice. If you do it the first time, now you know where I stand, how I feel, and that is not so serious. And if you do it again, it's
Okay, so let me ask you this question. Is there a moment in your life where you think that self-care came off as being selfish?
yes. In the sense that, you know, you said something before where what's that thing you said earlier on about saying no? Saying no would be viewed as being selfish, but it's very necessary. You can't say yes to. It's just like every starving dog on the road. You can't feed every starving dog. Like they would say, some dogs just need food to be able to have strength to bite you. You have not seen people that in the beginning, especially there's some people that need money, when they come like a pussy cat, a kitchen. My sister, my life, my this, don't worry, I will give you back. A few months later, first of all, they've not even come back to say, it's now 3 months, here's your money. It's you that will go and say, you will still be saying, you go for your own money.
Let me tell you a choice I made years ago, right? After I've had this kind of experiences, right? So when people ask me for money for a loan, I don't give loans.
Yes, I don't.
I'm gonna give you money.
I'm dashing you.
I'm dashing you, and I'll dash you at my
Convenient.
yeah, at the best that I can do, because I don't have time for all that.
Dragging me.
Yeah, I don't.
They go cost you for your money. Say, is it because of 50,000 naira you are blowing up my phone? I said, this is the same kitten that came to say you are my savior. God brought you. I'm like, wow. So yes, that rule is very important. Never borrow out money that you can't let go, because it usually will make relationships sour. Shout out to the few people who don't even wait for you to remind them to pay you. There are very few of them. There are.
And they used to interest. Anyway, hit it. So obviously, you said something, right, about self-care and men in Nigeria. Oh, yes. Do you think Nigerian men how do I term this? Do you think Nigerian men talk about self-care enough? Or at least practice own care? Aside from going to the club and carry base and
Self-care, that's injury.
to Nigerian men is self-care. Oh.
No, to them, that I think it's just fun.
Okay.
I think it's the Nigerian men that still view that.
So what's their own self-care?
So I think a lot of men are still stuck. And I don't speak for everybody. I speak for some of the men I've come in, close contact with. I think some of them are still stuck in fitness and enjoyment. As in, I want to go to the gym. I want to be able to eat good. I want to be
That's side, right? Gym don't enter social life now. This see me take care. Is our daytime clubbing.
clubbing. Everybody now. I remember when we first started this fitness journey. Gym they empty now. You remember now?
Uti will come to the gym at 11, 12. I can be like, Uti!
But now, you literally have to time it. If you don't come with it, the low time is between 1 p.m. and 4. Anytime for 4, you're on your own. Or in the early morning. So everybody now is gym, 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 gym. And there's one thing I think a lot of men need to learn when it comes to self-care. Health. Your health is your wealth. I'm not talking about gym. Medicals, very important. Your BP, your
That's my tagline, by the way, Itish. But that was health is wealth.
health is wealth.
Yeah, I've always said that for a long time. Your health is your health.
Responsibility.
You can be able to even build wealth. Yes. But if you don't have health, you're going to be busy taking the money you have to treat yourself.
Yeah.
And I wish people could understand that.
And preventive measures will reward all.
That is medicine.
Yes. Take your prophylactics, check your cholesterol level, your sugar level, check your liver function, kidney function, because these things can indicate when there is a problem and you can't catch it before it becomes an actual problem. Check your, do your STDs, your STIs, check. There's like, culture your pee, culture.
If you're not practicing safe sex, first of all, but that's the whole conversation. If you find that day, you get there. Because let me tell you, Steve says, let me show you something though, right? This isn't for this topic, right? But I said this thing a million times, right? Because I feel like people come, like, we're gym people, right? We go to the gym, we work out, we understand health, right? But why is it that you come into the gym, you're working, right, taking care of your body, right? The way you go out at night, you meet a random girl, you go have, like you don't protect yourself. Then what is the point?
So there are different ways to protect yourself. Apart from using the regular protection, right? There are medications you can take if you're trying to prevent viral infections. For hepatitis B, yes. For hepatitis B, you take the vaccine. For HPV, you take the vaccine.
But it still doesn't mean that you should be going.
No, it doesn't mean like that. But for the people that, know yourself, no, because there are some people that no matter how they try, they will always take the rubber off. Some people, because it's as good as not having sex. To them, it's like, they will tell you it's like licking sweets with the wrapper.
So how about you?
I get it.
You go check yourself with your partner.
That is what I'm saying. Not the random.
Not give me your result.
Give me your result. Let's go. Or the test. Or some of us, you keep home test kits at home. So that if the thing is shocking you too much like that and you want to test, you test.
If it's too much work.
It's a lot of work. But that's why I say your health is your responsibility. It's not the other person's responsibility to protect you. You have to love yourself enough to protect yourself, especially if you have a wild appetite for sensual things. If you're talking about bacterial infections, there are prophylactics and post-exposure pills that you take for the bacterials. For HIV, everybody knows about PrEP. And if you're not in PrEP and you suspect the person has it, everybody knows about PEP now. But the bad thing is that
it goes with PrEP at this PEP.
Yeah, PrEP is pre-exposure.
Oh, PEP is post.
You might be taking care of yourself. There's something also called window period. You might be with someone that you think is good, and two of you got tested. The person might be in the window period. So that's why I said your health is.
Let's just say the past because we're going to have a whole episode that was all cancer. I will bring you back because they're saying here today on whole here.
Yeah.
All right. So let me ask a question, right? At the show boy that you are, right?
You make it sounded like Playboy or like what male show.
So how do you reset after like an emotional burnt out that you've had? All right. How do you reset? Aside from sex?
No, I don't use sex. I'm very celibate. I can't really remember the last time this such. I'm not a sexual person. Those things don't move me. I'm a shade of gird. When I have a mental burnout, you actually giving me food for thought or something to ponder. I've never really thought about it. Wow, Ioma. So, and that kind of person that I'll overanalyze.
Yeah. Are you the Theo?
Yes. August 3rd.
Theo right there.
Yes. I will overanalyze. I'll think about the things I should have said. Yes. I will obsess over the situation. And then, so how do I do that? Because I know at some point I start to feel better. So in the moment, anything I try to do doesn't really work because I'm feeling what I'm feeling. So I think what I've learned to do is, I've allowed myself to feel it. I've allowed myself time to
process.
Yeah, I can't kid myself. I don't suppress. I release.
I learned that, not too long ago. Yeah, because I learned that the best way to even recover or heal is just to let the process take its
Yeah,
course.
correct.
Yeah.
That's what I learned to do
Yeah.
because I used to also like scold myself for feeling too strongly, but it's like scolding yourself for being dark skinned. Though you're black, you're black. I'm a feeler, I'm a feeler. So I learned to just, and in that moment, if I need to, most times I need to just extract myself from the situation because if I keep myself there, I'll end up saying so many things that I'll later, regret.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, just taking this to a final, end. When do you think it's time to take a step back? For me, like I know when it's my time to take a step back, right? Like I said to you the other day, I was saying to someone how the past few weekends I really haven't had time for like I've had time because I do different things for myself, right? But just being home and you wake up in the morning, you have breakfast, you're in your PJs, you watch a movie, you lie down, maybe you do one or two things on your laptop, you just have like an all day by yourself, right? So I know when I'm due for that, and I'm due for that.
Yeah.
That I intend to use that this coming Saturday, right? So when do you think for yourself?
Yes.
How do you know when it's time?
When it's time to step
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
I learned to listen to my body because I've had so many situations where I regret things and I'm like, I wasn't even feeling it. Why did I go ahead and do it? When I'm too irritable too, like if I'm in when I'm in Nigeria, right? I know it's time to travel where everything and everyone has started to irritate. Like I wake up, even simple conversations, when I read back, I'm like, okay, I kind of overreacted here. Or I'm the one that took this conversation south. Or I'm just outside, someone is trying to hail me on a normal me, even if I don't want to, you know, indulge in anything, I'll just be like, ah. But if I start being, I beg off from it. Or if I'm driving, like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, yeah, it's time to travel. Or if I'm on set and everyone is just irritating me, it's time to travel. Um, Another part of listening to my body is when I wake up exhausted, when I'm doing things, I just feel exhausted, where it feels like I'm forcing or pushing myself too much, motivating myself too much, because things for me come effortlessly, right? Everything I do comes effortlessly. So I'm not talking about one off day or two off days or three off days. I'm talking about maybe you go through a week or two consistently feeling like this. It's time to take a step back. Yes. And if you're meeting like different people, I'm not talking about link up now, just like when you go out and you meet people and it's just like everything just feels off. Or if somebody calls you or messages you and they want to see you and your spirit is not excited to see them, don't do it. Take a step back. If you're in the presence of someone and the environment just changes, everything just has to feel off. Take a step back. You're not supposed to be in that environment, or you're not supposed to have that person in your environment. Yes. Things that I just listen to my body. I've learned to trust my intuition. I've learned to trust my body language. I've learned to trust it. You have to honor your body. Listen to this.
Because the body's God's temple. Yeah. We serve it.
I love it. You said that way it's said.
There was
Those one of these moments where all those black Americans will do like this.
Your body is a temple, the Lord's temple. That makes so much sense. I always heard that before, but the way you
said it. The way you put it.
it resounded with my soul, Iguana. You're awesome.
Okay, so kind of so my own story, I just thought about something that happened to me like years ago, right? So I was the period in my life where I was feeling like I wasn't sick, right? But I was feeling just physically drained, right? It was kind of interesting because I'll sleep all night. I wake up in the morning and it feels like I never slept, right? And then I would feel all kinds of weird things on my skin. Like it would feel as if I could hear my heartbeat. I could feel whatever muscles were in there. So I was always like panicking. I'll go to my doctor and there's nothing wrong. So they will test, nothing. Maybe I'm driving through a traffic light. I'll start palpitating.
Stress and anxiety.
So I met this doctor randomly, and because after my hospital said everything was fine, I was like, something is off. So I went to the hospital. And as soon as I entered, the first thing the doctor did was he held my hand and he prayed with me. First and foremost, before anything else, he prayed with me. After praying with me, he then did my test. He said once I stepped in, he knew that I was, Anyway, funny enough, Eventually, my doctor prescribed me an antidepressant. It's supposed to help you sleep, and put you in a deeper REM, right? He said I was sleeping on I don't know how they call this REM, right?
Yes.
So there's like, let's say there's REM 1, 2, 3. 3 is the deepest. I was sleeping on one, even if I was sleeping. So this medication makes you sleep into 3.
Yes.
He gave it to me, and he gave me for 10 days because he's like, you're not depressed or anything, but I just need to. It helps for you to sleep, all right? And I started feeling better. I said, okay, you know what? You're stressed. Say,
You see, you didn't
one of
the
things
revenue
was going to bring you
of this medication.
or just travel. So I bought flight ticket and I left and I went to New York. I swear, Uti, I shit you not.
That first night you slept.
I slept that night. I woke up the next day. I woke up Manhattan.
Yes. Yes.
I walked.
Yes.
Like my energy was buzzing.
Yes.
And I realized that I was
Stressed. You were stressed.
what?
Yes.
Anyway, so guys,
That's why I told you that.
yeah. So let me get your own vulnerable times. Right? Put a comment, on the post. Let me know what you think, or when was your own vulnerable time, right?
Yeah.
And anyway, so finally, Uti, I have like fire questions. I figured that would be nice.
This camera, I used to do this thing to people in Nigeria. Now they're doing it to me.
To get creative, I was like,
This is like, this should be from under my eyes so that you will see my vulnerability.
so you cannot lie to me about this.
Hey!
Okay. And you cannot lie because I that what camera.
I will try to lie.
Pick selfies after every workout.
You are evil. This is your friends that will do you bad. Your friends will disgrace you.
Hey! Wow. So, hey, what am I supposed to say? Yes?
Yes or no?
Not after every workout, like 90%.
Of course. And you have to check the gains out. Like you were. So that's me. I was I can't even lie. But I think I haven't been doing it because I've been so busy rushing in and out of the gym.
Also, for me, I always tell people, I'm not working out to look like Incredible Hulk, to be pretty.
Pretty boy syndrome.
Yeah.
Problem. Okay, skincare routine.
Oh, yes. Hell to the yes.
Well, okay, share with us what you use. See them.
I will share you the product so that all of you don't share like me. I'll tell you behind camera. But yes, face wash, very easy.
All product. And I already have my own.
Very side is glowy skin. Just give it. You don't need it. But we whisper. Face wash, very important. After that, you need an astringent or a toner or whatever. Wow. But I use the P50. Sorry, I use the P50 lotion.
Okay.
After I face wash, P50 lotion. Then you must moisturize your face. They lie to us that you be man, you're not supposed to rub cream, number one. Number two, you're in Nigeria, it's hot, you're not supposed to rub cream for your face. That's why they're aging. A lot of people are aging badly, So that helped my skin. You shout out to apples and oranges. They're the ones that change.
Oh, nice. I love the other thing. Yeah.
Yes. They hooked me up with everything I use. And I'm like, okay.
Owning a ring light as a man.
Who comes up with these questions? I swear to God.
I love it. Because I've seen the videos and like,
But funny though, those videos are not with ring light too. The only time I use ring lights is when I have
okay, so you
an online.
you say yes, you have ring light.
It's a maybe because I don't want to be a hypocrite. And you know why? For all the people that used to insult me saying, this one does go search ring light. This one don't go search ring lights. So
There's this guy on Instagram that he does the ring light. It's white clear. What's his name?
freeze.
Yes.
That's my mama. He doesn't set ring it. So I don't know how to be a hypocrite. That's it. You've set ring lights. But it's not for every video. Like if I have like an online interview, like one of those, we want to have an Instagram interview with you. I will set ring lights now so that I go fire. All right, but I do own a ring light. I just don't put it on every
All the time. Fair enough. All right. Is it soft to book a massage for yourself?
It's necessary to book a massage for yourself. Absolutely.
Not happy ending though.
This is where
Preference. Tell me. Don't even tell me. Who's it? Idea.
That is a massage intended for physical to release stress.
This is not true. Move your glasses.
for those who do indulge in such, I can understand because it is a stress release fun. If it's necessary for your well-being, go ahead. And if there's concerns, go ahead.
Fair enough. The problem, I just have to adjust to this because
You should try it if you haven't. It's on my bucket list.
What?
It's on my bucket list. I'll try.
First of all, Loga, I've never had a male masseuse on my body.
Why? I thought women preferred male masseuses.
No, not necessarily.
Really?
Yeah. Male masseuses, to be honest, they weren't always in that space. It's only recently that they started coming out, right? There was a story that was going out like last week or so about the male masseuse that, whatever, what
Seem different thing,
how's that different?
No, what I mean different, like in your case, like you don't have to,
Listen,
you know.
funny enough, even if I had a male masseuse,
You can choose. It look like what they call this Devil Wears Prada. You know that energy that woman has in Devil Wears Prada. So you have to be extremely gutsy to even suggest that. To say,
this place in
Madam, do you want?
Ghana that is said by the waterfalls, right? It's a big deal. People go there for like the guy like really ripped, and they tie like Ankara wrap out there, and then usually like ripped, and they massage you. Like the guys like the masseuse like a male feel. Yeah,
Under the
under the water.
So the water is touching you and they're massaging you.
Yeah, you're lying on the thingy.
They get up close.
Of course, they cover you up.
But you're naked underneath the cover.
A lot of people wear like bikini and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's like a whole tourist thing. Okay. So a lot of Americans do that when they go to Ghana. They have videos of it. It's like really dark skin.
It's not like you're interested. You have to try it.
No, I've seen it before. I wouldn't mind it in that situation. No, I wouldn't mind it. It's not a big deal for bucket list. The bucket list has to be things that are, what's that? I want massage now.
Man, massaging is different from...
So
It's adventure.
if I had
It's think of like maybe you travel to Jamaica now. That kind of person called, Madam, you want...
let me take you back.
You want me to ask?
Should we take you back, right? In that moment, definitely. Yes. But not like this.
Not the yin in the hair. No, we are the same list.
For just pure massage. Pure massage, nothing else.
So in the Jamaican is now massaging you and your body doing tin in it and another. They say, Madam, you want an extra release, man? You say, no, man, no touch me there, man.
I can't deal with that question. Would you delete Instagram for your mental health?
Delete?
Never. And then I need to make your
Maybe mute. I'll mute a few people.
okay.
I can just resort to using my backup.
You still have one?
And you have to have a backup page. Because you don't know if Instagram can shut your page down. They all
Shoot.
So I have a backup page where I'm not really following.
Okay.
And on Instagram, I've muted a lot of... If your posts trigger me, I go mute her.
Oh, I see.
And if I don't know you like that, I will follow you. But if I really know you, I will mute you so that you don't
I
trigger.
do a lot of mutes.
Yes, and
I'm glad Instagram brought that because when they had it before, your only was to
block
hold on
or block. So that we just mute.
which creates so much drama.
Mama, you're black. And I'm not even like give you drama if I find out that.
So
To me, she's... Yes.
maybe I used to go back to my block list and just kind of refreshing my thingy and reasons why I blocked. Or maybe they were not that deep. And then just come back and mute that. Because when there wasn't a mute option, there was a block option.
Oh, so you do that? No, you've not done that. Me, I do that so times every
So
day.
if you blocked, you just blocked. I forget about you. But now that I'm talking to you about it, I'm going to go through my block list and maybe unfollow, unblock, and then mute.
Mute, yeah. I go through that. I look at who did I put in jail? Have you served your sentence? Okay, this one I was feeling the...
I feel like they'll find a way to get like fake players to come back on the post.
Most of them always do that.
Anyway, Uti, my dear, such a fantastic time with you. No, you're going to come back again because your drama is plenty and we've not even tapped into it. We just want to at the song.
Are they scratching the surface then? Scratching the surface then.
I had a great time. Thank you so much for coming to me. Alright, guys. So, guys, make sure that you stream or watch on YouTube and also listen on Spotify. Alright? So, bye. You're listening to the Fetish Podcast, where we keep it cute, a little sweaty, and very real.